Does your life feel stuck? Like nothing ever changes? You wake up tired, so you go and get your coffee, you have a shower, you get changed, go to a job that you hate, and then come home from that job that you hate and eat cheap, fatty comfort food, and then because you're so tired, you crash out and watch Netflix or play video games or whatever. That is life for the majority of people. But if that's the case, then why does everyone else seem to be doing better than you? I've been feeling like this quite a lot recently. It seems that everyone around me is surpassing me at a rate that I can't keep up with. And I've got this deep, sinking feeling of dread that I'm going nowhere. My best friend, who I've worked with for 2 years now, has just got a new job working in a super fancy restaurant kitchen out in the Lake District. My other friends all work 9 to 5s, they're in super happy long-term relationships, and even my little sister has just got an apprenticeship with the NHS, and in a year's time, she'll be on more money than me. And here I am, working as a cook in a pub, caring for a dead YouTube channel, and can't stay in a relationship longer than 6 months because I clearly have commitment issues. So why do so many people, young people in their teens, 20s, 30s, all think we're behind in life? Where did we go wrong? Well, I've been journaling about it and I've come up with some answers. If you're anything like me, your brain is constantly being flooded with images and videos from social media. People living their best lives. They're traveling the world, eating amazing cultural food. They're all getting married on beaches and having kids and stuff. But that isn't life. And we know that. That's the thing. We know it's just a highlight reel. This is just a best of compilation. But it doesn't stop us from then comparing our own lives to it without us even knowing. Our measure of success for a day is how many of these incredible, life-altering experiences can we have? And if the answer for a single day is none, well then that day's been a waste. It's been a failure. We physically cannot stop comparing ourselves to others. And even if you consciously try and stop, only 5% of your brain is dedicated to your consciousness, on average. The other 95% is dedicated to the unconscious, what you can't control, and that's where the comparison really happens. We aren't actually in control of our own minds, and that is a depressing truth to come to terms with. Trust me, I've tried. But the thing is, there's a way around it. There's a way to gain control back. There's a concept called a self-fulfilling prophecy. Imagine as a kid, you're told by your parents, sorry Jim, you're not too good at maths. And so, little Jim, as he does, goes, well, what's the point in me trying in maths? If I'm already bad at it, I may as well just focus my efforts into things I'm good at. By the time that exams come around, Jim obviously performs terrible in maths. But the question is, did he perform bad in maths because he's bad at maths, or did he perform bad because he didn't try? Jim willed into reality exactly what someone else said would happen. Not because they said it, but because he let it happen. Because in his head, it had already happened. If he would have tried harder, he might have done better in his maths exams. But he'll never know, because just like you, he'll never allow himself to try. The same thing happens in our daily lives, except the only people telling us that our lives are stuck, that we're not going anywhere, is ourselves. We tell ourselves that we aren't living the life we're supposed to be living. We're built to do more, to be more, to contribute more. But as humans do, we make excuses. Well, all of these people like Jeff Bezos, like Mr. Beast, they must have just got lucky then. It must have been meant for them, not for me. I mean, our lives are all the same, like we've discussed. So it hasn't happened yet. I guess it won't happen. I guess I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. There is generally two paths that people take from here. Either one, we wait around for the luck, which never comes, so our life never changes, or we try and change really hard for like 2 weeks, and then we don't see any results, so we just give up. Either way, our lives don't change, and so that just reinforces the belief in our head that we aren't supposed to be doing any better. This is the best that it's going to get. But people like Jeff Bezos and Mr. Beast exist. They are real. And not all of them are born into wealth. They're not born into status. So logically speaking, there has to be a way to break this self-fulfilling prophecy. And this is it. We're born, we make memories, we get old, and then we die. That is how most people view their lives, in this narrative sort of way. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. And the reason that we do this is because in the middle, where we are right now, we're not happy. We like to fantasize about these amazing futures we're going to have to take our minds off of the boring monotony and oftentimes just dreary lives that we live. And this is where the comparison from social media comes into play. We look at these experiences and think, that's what my future's going to be. It gives us something to look forward to be excited for. And that works just only in the short term, because eventually that anxiety is going to creep back in. But it's worth suffering through the week in order to get to the weekend, because the weekend is going to be great. It's worth being depressed for months because I've got a holiday booked to Egypt in August. Is that really how you want to live? It's a short-term release from the crippling anxiety of day-to-day life, which is normal because we're all human. We all experience this. The only way to properly be happy, though, with where you are, is, in my opinion, to change the timescale of how you look at your life. People sleep on average 8 hours a night, or at least you should. And that leaves 16 hours a day to live, to exist. As well as this, we all have different routines that we follow every single day, stuff like going to work or activities that you do every week. So your life is not this big one long movie that just ticks on day by day. If anything, it's a TV series with thousands and thousands of episodes that are all relatively similar, apart from the occasional holiday special. Viewing your life like this lets you get a firmer grasp and control on your emotions. It's easier for the brain to comprehend. Life is just today, but repeated. So if you don't like what's going on today, you're not going to like what's going on tomorrow, or the day after that, or the day after that, on and on, repeated forever. It incentivizes change. And I'm not talking about big change here, like leaving your job and starting a business, or quitting altogether, traveling the world and never coming back. I'm talking about easy, trackable, small steps. Building good habits that you can look back on in a week or a month or a year and realize you're a lot further forward than you thought you were. And this is what I've been doing. I've cut down massively on alcohol. Just a side note, I've been so extremely ignorant to this for so many years. It's making a big change. I've started to meditate more. I'm more active. I'm eating cleaner. I'm reading more books. And the more I look back, even on a short time scale, like the span of a week, I'm realizing how far forward I've come independently of everyone else. Yes, I'm not as popular as Mr. Beast. Yes, I don't have as much money as Jeff Bezos. I still have a fear of commitment, and I still have a dead YouTube channel. The only thing that's actually changed is my mindset. And that's brilliant because it means it's easy. The only thing you need to be happy, oh, it's so cringy actually, it's just yourself. God, I'm starting to sound like a self-help YouTuber, this is awful. I may be behind other people, but I'm in front of who I was yesterday. And that's all, realistically, I could ever ask for. I hope this has helped you come up with ideas for your own life. It might sound simple, but trust me, it's worked for me. So, God bless.